Hi, and welcome to another fly tying video from the Fly Company. Today we're tying a rather simple yet very effective shrimp for coastal fishing. This 90s looking shrimp pattern was inspired by the new colors of super fluorescent electric yellow ESE shrimp eyes. That mixed with the classical STF dub and the ewing deceiver patch, a little bit of yellow dubbing. That's what gives me this 90s vibe that I would love to fish on a intermediate fly line, just floating just beneath the surface, catching all those big sea trouts in those waves. Let's tie it. First off, we start by covering the hook with a nice thin layer of thread, just to give the dubbing something to stick to. Cut it off. Then we move into what's essentially the most visible part of the fly, a small knot of yellow dubbing. This is essentially what gives this fly its vibe. Just loosely tie it in and move it backwards. This will also act like a supporting element to the tail of the shrimp. Then we grab one of the bleached feathers from the deceiver patch, tie it in. This first feather will be used as volume and mouth parts for the shrimp. So this is essentially, instead of using a mallet, we do this. I know this will look bulky at first, but what we will do is we will tie it all in. Grab the feather stem. Tie it all together and hold it up. To sort of put it in as a wing. Just give it a few turns, and then it should be nice and easily on top of our yellow point. Then we take the feather we just cut off, strip a bit of it, and tie it back in. I don't mind having some of the material in the body of the fly, as we want this small shrimp to have the most volume towards the back. Next step, I take a bit more of our yellow dubbing, put it in. on top of the mouthpiece, mouth parts. And then we grab our STF top to create the tail of our fly. It's basically divided into two again. I want this pattern to be see-through. So even though we don't use that much dubbing, I'm still moving some of it away all the time to keep it as see-through as possible. Now we're ready for our swim buys. This is one of the new colors from ESE swim buys. Super fluorescent electric yellow, which is the basic idea for this entire fly, to have that transparent yet very fluorescent look. I basically use the bulk I've already created to sort of make the eyes go up. And create a more natural shrimp look. And now it's time for more of the STF, which will be the majority of this fly. And a material you'll never go wrong with when tying shrimp patterns, sand eels, pretty much anything for coastal sea run brown trout. I want it bulky and loose, especially at the back. We will brush this quite a lot when we're finished to sort of get that see-through look. And now it's time to hackle the fly. Pretty much just grab our feather, we tie it in. Only do a few turns with it. Doesn't exactly matter that much just how the feather twists and turns. I'll give this a rough brush up at the end. Basically want this shrimp to have the same hairdo as I had back in the early 2000s. I want it to be divided on top to look like an early David Beckham, something of that sort. I know this fly doesn't look exactly finished yet. The entire thing will happen in the brushing of this fly. Now it's basically time for the hairdo. We made it nice and bulky at the back, just so we could get those fibers to mix with the feathers and sort of give the shrimp a V look when in the water. And the outer sides of it will be somewhat see-through and mixed with the look of the feather from the deceiver patch. It actually creates a somewhat pretty natural looking shrimp. It's easy to tie, and it has proven time and time again that STF shrimps are just amazing for sea trout. We could keep on brushing, but I think that's about it. And that's it from this time. My name is Christoffer from the Fly Company. You can find all of the materials used in this fly at your local FlyCo dealer. Have fun with it.